Some in the zoo, I got something in the shoebox. I can with my mood, tell me something that wake up, wake up, wake up.
7 Day Sports TV here. Shout out to the LDBC, Lions Den Boxing community. For those who don't know, now you know. Make sure you guys go and check out the Smoke City Mobcast, the Smoke City Mobcast, right here on YouTube every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is where the LDBC gathers once a week to discuss the current state of boxing. All right. Now, Shelly Finkel did an interview with Fight Hype and further exposed Eddie Hearn. Okay? Further exposed Eddie Hearn as a liar. Now, understand, when I do these videos, it's not because I like listen, we already know Eddie Hearn's a liar, okay? But for those people out there who don't know what's going on, we're trying to educate you guys as to what's going on here, okay? The people who have been following this, we know what's going on. Even the guys who pretend like they're still riding with AJ, they know Eddie Hearn's a liar. But at this point, it's not about who's lying and who's telling the truth. It's about people saving face. And the AJ protectors at this point and the Hearn protectors are just trying to save face. They don't care how many times Eddie Hearn comes on video, clearly lies and contradicts himself. Doesn't matter to them, okay? It's all about saving face with these people. They don't want to admit that they took an L. They don't want to admit that they were wrong. That's all this is. So, Shelly Finkel says, and he says he has paperwork for all of this. He has the receipts for all of this stuff. He has the emails for all of everything he's saying he can actually prove, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that Shelly is saying, he can prove. Eddie is just giving you mumbo jumbo in interviews, constantly lying, trying to create a narrative, and then people hear this stuff and go back and repeat it with no evidence, okay? But anyway, like we've already known, Shelly Finkel confirms that Eddie Hearn never intended to fight Deontay Wilder next, like we've all been telling you, right? He never intended on fighting Deontay Wilder next, right? He wanted Anthony Joshua to take another fight before Wilder. He's been talking about it all fucking year, right? He's been talking about it. Alexander Povetkin or maybe Big Baby Miller. I think we can squeeze in one more fight before Wilder. That's what he's been saying all fucking year. And now people want to play dumb and pretend like, oh, he was trying to make the Wilder fight. No, he was not. Right? I was the first person on YouTube. Facts. The first person on YouTube. The first person on the internet, period. Facts. I told you guys in a live stream that they sent Wilder a contract with no date and no venue on it. And that was the issue. People came to my live stream talking about, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Who do you think you are? What connections do you have? You don't know what you're talking about. Then 2 days later, the news comes out to the public. Okay? Eddie Hearn is a piece of shit. He's a liar. He came out and told the world that Wilder and Joshua, right? This is the funny part, right? After they ducked the $50 million, all right, let's not forget that. When AJ and Hearn ducked the $50 million that they asked for, and then reneged on it and said that they want to fight in the UK. All right, now, when they turned down Wilder's $50 million, then they refused to give Wilder 40% of the proceeds. All right, there was already an offer on the table. Well, they came with an offer after that, a counter offer for $15 million, flat fee. Deontay Wilder didn't want to take it, but he said, hey, to make this fight, fuck it. I'll take the short end of the stick. I'll make this fight, okay? It was only a monetary offer, okay, with the fight being in the UK. That's the only thing Wilder agreed to, which was to take $15 million flat fee and have the fight in the UK. Now, Eddie Hearn was supposed to send a contract, right? But then when he sent the contract late, right? He's supposed to be on such a time schedule, but he sent the contract late. And then when he sent the contract, he had no fucking date for the fight. no venue, in no venue. Then Hearn starts going on this campaign of doing interviews, propaganda, telling everybody that, oh, it's too late for the fight to be in September. AJ versus Wilder can't be in September because AJ wants the fight to be at Wembley. AJ wants the fight to be at Wembley, and we can't have the fight at Wembley right now in September. So the fight will have to take place in, I don't know, no October, November, maybe even February of next year. That's what Eddie Hearn said. It's all on video. It's all on video. Nothing I'm saying is a freestyle. Nothing I'm saying is a lie. It's all on video for you to look up yourself. But you already know this. You just want to play dumb. So then the guy starts talking about how his next excuse after he said Wembley wouldn't be available and Joshua only wants to fight Wilder in Wembley, right? So they make that a new excuse. Then the guy goes off and starts talking about how 8 weeks is not enough time. So the standard training time is not enough time for AJ to prepare for Wilder, right? Wilder is too dangerous, right? AJ can't. He needs more time to prepare for Wilder. All this ducking talk, all this bullshit this man has said, and you fucking people still defend him. Could you imagine if Wilder had said half of this shit? Half of this shit. These same people would be tearing him apart. If Wilder and his team had said half of this shit that Eddie Hearn and AJ are saying, oh, man, just imagine Wilder came out and said this shit. Just imagine. Wilder said, oh, no, I need more than 8 weeks to prepare for AJ. This ain't no normal fight. You know what I mean? This is, this is a big fight for me, man. I need more training camp. All the video titles would be Wilder admits he's afraid of AJ. Wilder needs extra preparation time for AJ. You didn't see that shit though when Hearn said that shit for AJ. You didn't see it. No, they pretend like it never happened. Right? Pretend like it never happened. So now Eddie Hearn comes out and announces that he has a 2-fight deal for AJ to fight in Wembley. Okay? His next 2 fights will be at Wembley. One will be September 22nd, the same month that they told Wilder's team was not available for Wembley. Right? But it's available for Alexander Povetkin, conveniently. Not you, Wilder, just for Povetkin. Right? Now, the next date, April 13th or some shit, hey, Wilder, sign the contract. We can fight it next year. 10 months from now, do people really realize what we're talking about? We're talking about almost a year from now. Almost a year from now. You want a man to sign the contract to fight you almost a year from now. Do you know how many things can change in that period of time? Do you know what can happen to your stock? You could be brought up on charges, allegations. Your stock could plummet. You could look like absolute shit in your next fight. Why in the fuck would Wilder sign a contract for almost a year from now? Wilder agreed to take $15 million because he thought he was going to fight Anthony Joshua next. And Eddie Hearn had no intentions on doing so. They lied. AJ knows, he know too. AJ full of shit. That's why he came out doing all them interviews. Oh, Wilder's next. Wilder's definitely next. Wilder's next. I knew it was bullshit. But everybody got excited. Yeah, man, AJ gonna get this 50 million. AJ want that money, man. Yeah, AJ, yeah. I'm glad he's speaking up. Scam. When AJ don't never talk. He don't never say nothing unless it's scripted. Whenever AJ come out and start talking, it's a reason for it. He's putting something in your head. He wants it on the record. Hey, man, I'm fighting Wilder next. Yeah, that's the fight that's gonna be next, right? So then, if the fight don't happen, now you don't really want to blame AJ. Let's just try to blame Hearn fuck that shit. AJ and Eddie Hearn is in on this shit together. You know what I'm saying? They in on this shit together. They know exactly what they doing. Fucking scam artists. Okay? Now, you finna go fight Povetkin. Like I say, man, it just amazes. It amazes me how people gloss over how they gloss over the contradictions and lies of Eddie Hearn. It's amazing to me how they gloss over all this stuff that they would never gloss over if it was Deontay Wilder doing it. Right? It's okay. This is how they feel. It's okay for AJ to turn down $50 million guaranteed, plus the money on the back end. Turn that down, even though you asked for it. Turn it down, right? Then change your mind and say you want the fight to be in the UK. That's totally fine, right? Then say, oh no, we can't do it unless it's at Wembley. Okay, fine. Well, we can't do it at Wembley in September. Okay, fine. Oh, well, I'm gonna fight Povetkin in Wembley in September. Huh? It's bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute bullshit. And I personally believe AJ's trying to clean the system out. I think he clean now, though. I think he done cleaned the system out. But I don't think he want to fuck with Wilder until he makes sure all that shit is out of his system. Whatever it is he was taking, that's what I think. Okay? That's what I think. That's what I suspect. I got no other... I mean, it can't just be all fear. You know, it can't just be because you're afraid of getting beat by somebody. You know what I'm saying? You're a boxer. You got it. I mean, being afraid is not enough reason to turn down that kind of money. You understand? People take risks, penitentiary chances every day when they're afraid, chasing the bag to make a better life for themselves and their families. They take those risks. You in a fucking sport of boxing, right? You got $50 fucking million guaranteed that you asked for, and you turn it down. Nah, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm gonna make that over the long run. You know, it's fucking ridiculous. That's like when one of you motherfuckers make $50,000 a year at your job, and your boss come in and say, "Hey, look, you've been doing a great job. I'm gonna give you $60,000 up front. Okay, I'm gonna give you $60,000 up front for the same job. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you up front. Plus, you're gonna get your regular salary every month. But I'm gonna give you 60 up front just because I appreciate you." And you say, well, nah, man, I'm straight because all money ain't good money. I'm gonna get my money on the back end how I've been getting it. You know what I'm saying? I can work 2 years and make 100,000. So why would I take the 60,000 up front? You know what I'm saying? See, that's a smart dumb nigga. That's what that is. A smart dumb nigga. A nigga that outthought himself. You know what I'm saying? He's so smart, he dumb. He done out clevered himself. He done talked himself into a fucking into a stupid ass situation. That's Anthony Joshua problem. Now it's gonna be funny to me. It's gonna be hilarious when Shelly Finkel and Team Wilder decides to release these all these emails and shit. Because Eddie Hearn, you remember how he used to lie before when they first started negotiating the first time. Remember how he used to lie and say he hadn't talked to Shelly, he hadn't talked to Wilder's team not contacting him, he ain't talked to them in 2 weeks, and then he go do an interview with Michelle Joy Phelps, and then he say, yeah, I haven't talked to him in 2 weeks. Other than just yesterday we talked. What the fuck kind of statement is that? I haven't talked to him in 2 weeks. Or other than yesterday. This is the type of shit Eddie Hearn does and gets away with it. Because we're living in a world of stupid ass people who will condone, support idiocracy, anything to save face, anything to prevent taking a fucking L. Right? It's sad. Sad business. So now Anthony Joshua releases some fucking Instagram post of him hanging upside down like a little bitch. Okay? Hanging upside down. Talking about, oh, I've been quiet lately. I've been just hanging out waiting on a signature. You need to be waiting on a fucking brain. You need to be waiting on a fucking heart. Okay? Go see the wizard. That's what the fuck you need to be waiting on. Whose signature? Povetkin's signature? Because that's who you fight next, right? What the fuck other signature would you ain't waiting on Wilder. You need to be waiting on Povetkin signature. That's what you're waiting on. Right? It's been fucking what? How many days it's been? 2 weeks? How fucking long has it been since fucking the WBA came out with that rigged up bullshit from Gilberto Ramirez, whatever the fuck his name is, from the WBA president, when he came out with that rigged up Eddie Hearn lie, talking about, oh, you guys have 24 hours because it seems that Team Wilder's not signing the contract. So you guys have 24 hours for AJ and Povetkin to reach a deal and have a signed document. And that's what it said. It said have a signed contract. Okay? That's what the fuck they said. I seen it on Sky Sports myself on video. All right? And then all of a sudden it's been fucking all this time and you still ain't seen these motherfuckers come out and announce no fight. See what I'm saying? Still ain't came out and announced nothing. Bottom line is, the motherfucker did never want to fight Deontay Wilder next. And that's fine. I told y'all he didn't want to fight Wilder next. It's no problem with that, man. But Eddie Hearn, this is what pisses me off about this guy so much. And this is what pissed me off about Joshua. These guys could have just said that and stuck to it. They did say it, to be fair. They did say it. They did say, Eddie Hearn did say earlier that they was going to fight Povetkin or, what's the boy, Gerald Miller next. They did say that, okay? But the problem is, Eddie Hearn tried to confuse the fans. He knew fans wanted to see the Wilder Joshua fight next. He knew he wasn't going to give it to him, so he had to find a way, like I predicted months ago. I told you he would do this. He had to find a way to make it look like he's trying to make this fight for the fans next, but blame it on Wilder. He had to find a way that he can effectively blame it on Wilder. Okay? That's what happened. And every single time Wilder tried to make this fight, Eddie Hearn ran right to the media doing an interview with somebody, bashing Wilder, questioning Wilder, right? He offered Wilder $12.5 million, which is 12% of a $100 million fight, right? Wilder's team said that's a joke offer. That's not a real offer. A $12.5 million flat rate. Eddie Hearn came out and lied and said, I didn't offer him a flat rate. I don't want to talk about that. Then he had to admit it, that he did offer him a fucking flat rate. All right? Then he lied and said he never gave Parker a percentage when it's fucking on video that you did give him a percentage. This fucking guy's unbelievable, man. He's on fucking video saying he gave Joseph Parker 33%. He said Parker wanted 40%, but we gave him 33%. Now, when you negotiate with Wilder, you claim you never gave Parker a percentage. Okay, fine. Whatever. Right? Then AJ opens up his fucking mouth, trying to be tough, talking to Coop and Cassius, trying to be clever, trying to prove he's smart. He's such a smart guy. Okay, if this fight is really worth $100 million, and you really think that, then I'll tell you what, I'll take $50 million up front, and we can split it 50-50. So now, say he'll sign the contract tomorrow if they gave him $50 million. Wilder, he went quiet. He got that money, came back. He released it on Twitter. Said, AJ, got that bag for you. Be a man of your word. Say you'll sign the contract tomorrow. Let's go. AJ said, let's roll. That's what his response was. Then what's the first thing Eddie Hearn did? He ran to start doing interviews with his favorite fucking buck dancers, with all the people he purchased. He started running to them to do interviews, and then what'd he do? Oh, $50 million. I mean, this is coming from a boxer. Wilder doesn't have $50 million. I mean, we gotta see where the money coming from. Where's the proof? I don't think it's real. I think it's a PR stunt. That's what Eddie Hearn said. He don't think the $50 million real. He think it's a PR stunt, is what Eddie said. Right? He started shitting on the offer. He tried to make the fans believe it's not real. Shelly Finkel said, look, if you accept the $50 million, right, we can then wrap a contract and talk about the terms. Okay? But I need to know that you accept the money. You accept that that's cool. right? Just like you wanted us to be cool and accept the 12.5 with no contract. Why don't you be cool now and accept the fucking $50 million offer that what you guys asked for? Eddie Hearn, well, I'm interested, but I don't know. That's when he started disrespecting Shelley, calling him Shirley Wrinkle, or some stupid shit. He was being very disrespectful on purpose. He was being divisive, like a child, because he didn't want the lines of communication open. He didn't want to make this fight. Team Wilder shocked them when they came with that 50 million. Shocked them. So then Hearn, he's on the whole time. They offering this man 50 million. He should be happy. But instead, Hearn is running to the media, disrespecting Shelley Finkel. Oh, Shirley Wrinkle, old Shirley Wrinkle, I don't know if I can sit down and meet with. I'm afraid to meet with him. I have a meeting with him on Friday, but I'm afraid to meet with him because I don't think I can stop calling him Shirley Wrinkle. That's what Eddie Hearn said. So Shelley appropriately canceled the meeting. It said, this guy's a fucking joke. He's a fucking joke. What is he doing? Do you want to make the fight or not? And they still could have took the 50 fucking million. So then the next excuse was, after Hearn came out and admitted, because then he had to confess. He admitted that the 50 million offer was real and that the money was there in the bag. Okay? He admitted that. Eddie Hearn on video. He admitted that the money was real. So now his new excuse had to be, well, AJ now wants the fight to be in the UK. He feels that the UK market, UK fans deserve for the fight to be in the UK. Wilder said, fine. Now we're right back to the drawing board. You want in the UK? I'll go to the UK and fight you. You take 60%, you're the A side, I'll take 40%. I'm the B side. Joshua and Hearn said, no, you're not worth 40%. We're not going to give you 40%. But what we will give you is $15 fucking million flat. You get no proceeds, none of the back end action. We take all of that. And on top of that, what we're going to do is, if you happen to whoop my ass, you have to give me a rematch. And I'm the A side in the rematch too. But if I beat you, I don't have to give you a rematch. It's to my discretion. I can do whatever I want if I beat you. Even if you get robbed, I'm not contractually bound to fight you. But if you beat me, hey, you got to give me a rematch. And I'm still the A side. Who the fuck is going to sign a contract or agree to that bullshit? Who? Nobody. So for those of you loyal subscribers who are still listening, and y'all tired of hearing this same old story, we got to stick with it, ladies and gentlemen. We got to stick with it. We got to keep fighting the fight. As long as Eddie Hearn is willing to lie, as long as Anthony Joshua is willing to continue to lie and spread propaganda, we have to be steadfast and we have to continue to counter these lies with the actual truth. If we get tired, if we don't want to talk about it no more, they will win this. You understand? You understand? They will win. This is how big corporations win lawsuits all the time. They drain out the little man. They drain you with propaganda and they stretch it out for years and years and years, and they get you tired and you give up and you say, oh, fuck all this shit, man, I quit. And that's what they want. You understand? They got more money. They can drag this out for years. Right? So they're testing your resolve right now. Right? They're gonna see. They didn't expect us to keep talking about this long. You know what I mean? They send their little spies and agents into our comment section to say shit like, oh, another AJ Wilder video? Come on, talk about something else. But you never see that same person who left that comment. You never see them on any other videos, right? So that tells you all about that. That tells you everything you need to know. It's a fucking setup. It's a scam, okay? So, 7 Sports TV, shout out to the LDBC, and I'll holler.